Hi, everybody. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. We're just, oh my gosh, it's like, not even, I was going to say like, oh no, my screen froze just as we're talking and my color is good. Okay. So, hi, everyone. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Yes, people waiting. Sorry, we're a little bit late. I was literally just driving home just now and just got home just in time to do our live stream. So great to see you all. Thanks for making it here. Come in and get settled. Look at it. You guys are so funny. Everyone's like, hey, yo, what up? What up? I love this. This is like my husband and I just started learning all like the cool hand signals that people are doing nowadays. So I wish you could all show me, but like my kids are like obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters. And there's this like poster they have where they go like this. Has anyone seen this? It's like, this is like cool. I don't know what that means, but it means that you're like really cool. And then we were just watching like a video and somebody was doing like this or something. Is that what they were doing? Oh man. Oh, it's a tiny heart. Is that what it is? Oh, I thought maybe it was like a lazy peace sign or something. Oh, it's a tiny heart. Okay, so look, we're going to get Tami in here because she and I are doing this live stream together. So Tami, I'm going to invite you as a speaker. Tami is also like 10 times cooler than me. So I bet you she already knows all these hand signals and she's already doing them. Let's find out when she gets on the screen to see if that's the case. In the meantime, welcome everyone. We are doing our WITS Chattanooga schedule deep dive. Hey Tami, what's up?
I so do not. I've only seen it. I can't even do
this. You're not. Okay, look, we're all going to do this now. This is like the new, we got to do one that's like Wanderful. What's like, is this the Wanderful? Yes. This is our new sign. First, you have to figure out how to do it. And then when you do it, you're on.
It's cute.
Great to see you, Tami. Yes, Olivia's got the like emoji. There you go. Welcome to our live stream today.
Yes.
So a lot of you might not know Tami personally because this is her first year being our WITS Program Director. Although Tami has been part of the Wanderful community for ages. And if you were at Wanderfest a few years ago, which everyone still asks me when we're bringing Wanderfest back, Tami actually was a huge part of it because she's based in New Orleans and you are our director of local experiences.
Local programming, experiences, yeah.
So Tami basically was responsible for all of the really cool like local activities that we did. And yes, she also wears phenomenal earrings. So I am, Shanice is like my favorite city. Yes. You know what? We should tell, this is, we're going to sidebar this whole conversation. We need to do like a Wanderful New Orleans trip, especially like pre-Mardi Gras. We're all going to stay at your house.
There's so many good times in New Orleans. Like everybody's always like, when's the best time to come? I say whenever you come. Like
I actually have an opinion about this. June is not the best time to come. As somebody who lived in New Orleans in June for 1 month.
Why? Because it was hot.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
It was so hot that you would wait until 7 p.m. to even go outside.
But that's a whole different mood. Like, at 7 p.m., the way people come out is different.
Still be like 95 degrees. It just wasn't like 140 and like 99% humidity. Anyway, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. One thing that we wanted to do for everyone watching is, first of all, we have new leadership and, big props to Ariel, by the way, who like ran our programming for years and we miss her dearly and we bug her all the time with ideas and questions. Also, this is a new year and we have some new people on our team. We have some fresh ideas. We have a very evolving creator landscape. I think every year the space of being a creator changes. And I think, every year we try to make adjustments and kind of make things more relevant for creators of today. But I think this year there have been some really unique opportunities to just really change things up. And so we're really excited to do this live stream to kind of talk through that, like talk through some of the new focuses, show some of the highlights, like talk through some of the things that maybe you've never experienced before because you've never been to WITS before, or you've never experienced before because you've been going to WITS every year and this is like completely new and different. So both are going to happen, and we'll be kind of able to talk through it. You are all like active in the chat, which is exactly what I want. So welcome, welcome. If you have questions in the chat, you can always drop them in here. But this is our member intel, right? This is your chance to like get all the goodies about what to expect and how to prepare. And this is also the first of a series. We're actually going to have a number of live streams throughout our time between now and WITS, with different members of the Wanderful and the WITS planning team to talk through some of the best ways to get ready and prepare. So I know like Lauren is going to do a few that are focused on getting your media kit ready and how to, better network. We're going to do one's talking about all kind of different things to get you up to speed. So Tami, great to have you. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and like what's bringing you into this world of creating programming for WITS.
Sure. It's entrepreneurial and spiritual. Like, I just really believe in the power of travel, honestly. And I was just thinking about this too. And I was like, the power of WITS is that it's our in-person gathering. And that's just like travel. Like in travel, we need to be in person to experience it. And even though we do a great job here in the hub and everybody connects in the hub, and content creation itself is about sharing the travel experience for people that aren't there, but really ultimately we're trying to get people together. So I just think WITS is such a beautiful, like Wanderfest. Wanderfest was more of like celebration of travel, whereas WITS is our opportunity to share with each other and lift each other up. And I'd say, I think y'all know about the workshops. We have the speaker applications, and the speaker applications we opened in November, or closed them in November. They opened in August. And I just want to offer an apology first, because I'm sorry for all the proposals, the amazing proposals that we didn't have room for, like so many people from this community. And I'm also sorry that those of us, all of you who are going to be there at WITS, have to choose between some workshops at the same time. But what one of our goals is to make that in-person experience like a unique alchemy. Like the alchemy happens when everybody gets there. And the other thing about the workshops that I love is that everybody was really willing to share what they've learned, because there's only so much time in the day. We cannot know everything in the world. We can't travel everywhere in the world. We can't know everything in the world. So some people have just had those experiences where they've learned this special part of our work, and they just want to share it. And it doesn't, like, nobody feels ego driven. It's totally a giving kind of atmosphere. Everybody's like, I want to share this to help other people learn what I already knew. So, or what I learned the hard way, many people. Yeah.
Now, all of you know, like whenever Tami opens her mouth, it's like a prayer. Like the way she talks is just like, I'm like, what were you saying again? I was just listening to you. No, but I agree. And I think we get so many really good applications. And I think every year it gets tighter and tighter in terms of like figuring out how, what we're going to fit in and how. And if you did apply and you like took the leap and you are brave and you put yourself out there, like we thank you for that, whether or not you were selected, because there were some excellent applications from excellent people that we just couldn't do for whatever reason, because of, the focus is just diverting this year from something we've done in the past, or we're bringing something back, or just thinking about the curation of the content. And really there's such limited time. We have the whole weekend, but also, is it 5 workshop blocks that we have through the weekend? So 5 workshop blocks and 3 that are happening in each session. And a lot of that comes down to, okay, what do we think is like the programmatic focus of the weekend and what's important. And then sometimes people suggest similar things, and it's choosing. So it's a hard process. And I know Tami was like, I want to accept all of them, but you did it. You made it through.
Too, and that's another piece of the criteria. Like, there's a lot of amazing presenters who've presented many years in a row, and but we also want to give a chance for new people. But we find a way to get everybody involved. Everybody's
So what are some of the workshops that you're like most excited about? Are there any that come to mind?
Oof.
I'll like pull up the too.
Yeah, do you want to pull up the detailed schedule?
Sure.
I'm excited actually about the opening night workshops because there's 2 new ones that are not traditional workshops in that there's not like one presenter at it. Opening night, I call it, but opening session.
Night. I love that.
Directly after, there's 3 workshops, and one of them is the Spark Exchange, and that is okay. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Let's make it okay. Spark Exchange is basically going to move directly from the ballroom, like into the ballroom, into a networking session for anybody who wants to do some speed networking. And it's an emulation. Sorry, I'm getting out of workshops, but I wanted to talk about the 30-second
No,
spark.
this is good. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. You talk about whatever you want. You're in charge.
Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah. So the 30-second spark is a new thing that we've added to the main stage. Basically, it's a hot mic between sessions on the main stage where anybody can jump up. We're inviting anybody to jump up. We'll have a timer on for 30 seconds, and you can do an offer and an ask, or one or the other, or both. But like, here's what I do, and here's what I'm looking for.
Just talking about 30 seconds.
Yeah, so it's an open mic kind of situation, and whoever wants to jump on, we'll regulate it. Anna will will be our MC and hosting that. But the session after that, the Spark Exchange, is really that same sort of format, like the offer and the ask, but one-on-one, that 30 seconds. We just want everybody to rotate the room and do that and practice it themselves. And that's a really great way, even after the day tours, for people to make more connections. Also, in the opening session, one of the 30-second sparks is going to be all the workshop presenters doing their 30-second pitch of the workshops, of their own workshop. So don't miss that one, because if that's another thing we're trying to think of. People receive things in different ways. You know, you might not be the person that wants to jump on stage in the microphone. Probably most of you are, but some people aren't. And, you know, so we have this other way with the Spark Exchange to do that in a more low-key, one-on-one, not on stage, brave away. But the workshop pitch will be the workshop presenters doing their pitch from stage to say why you should come to their workshop.
So I just want to like take a pause. Oh, here, Sarah. Oh, Sarah has a great question. Like, could you give an example of what people could say? Like, hey, I'm a travel coach looking for clients who are seeking XYZ. Come find me for more info, type of thing. Yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking. So I think the goal of these various Spark sessions is to give you all more of an opportunity to make meaningful connections with each other and to find who's in the room and to get what you're looking for, right? Because a lot of people are coming to WITS to level up their businesses, to level up their careers, to make connections, to get paid gigs, to improve their business model. And so the 30-second spark, which will happen on the main stage, that's like open mic give and get. Anybody can come up and be like, my name is Beth. I run a women's travel community. I'm looking for partners who want to do a webinar with me next month on solo travel. Bada bing, bada boom. Now everybody knows to look for you, and you're going to get so many great connections. And then the Spark sessions, I think we're doing them twice, right, Tami? Or are we just doing them once?
We're just doing one that Friday.
So we're doing one on Friday, and it's Friday after the main stage. And that's when you'll be able to kind of like go about a room, kind of a breakout session, so a smaller room of people, but you get to meet one-on-one with each individual person to be like, hi, I'm Beth. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's what I'm about. And then you're also just like meeting a whole bunch of people all at once. And what a great way to kick off the weekend. So yeah, I love that.
Not to keep talking, but we'll make you keep moving.
And we'll make you keep moving. Yeah. But I think that's great because, you know, at WITS, like so many people describe WITS as a family reunion. You know, it feels like bringing together people that you know and love. And I think that's great. That's a really special part of WITS. But also the family gets bigger, you know, and like we want you to meet new people and make sure that you're making new connections and you're getting what you want out of it. That it's not just a family reunion, but you're also like, this is the biggest thing that I did for myself, for my career in 2026. It was coming to this, and I'm so glad I did because I got so much out of it. So hopefully these things will really help you with that. Yep.
And I mean, this Friday night after the main sessions, the 3 workshop example is my example of a tough decision. So there's the Spark Exchange, And at the same time, there's also a content creation workshop that we're calling it the Chattanooga Content Lab. And it's really like a reserved hour time to sit down and work on content that you might have, that you collected from your day tours, to actually work on it and post it in a room with some help and with some other people. So it's a work session, really. It's a co-working session with some guidance. And then the third one is Alice Ford is presenting the Storytelling That Sells, videos that audiences and brands pay for. So, and that one, that's something I want to say too, is this Friday night starts off with really all three of these workshop sessions are really for everybody, meaning all levels. When we have that, what Beth is showing there, the workshop level. The other workshops, we've really focused on the other 4 sessions, 3 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. The concurrent 3 workshop sessions are primarily going to be intermediate plus. And that's what we've called it, like intermediate plus. If you're intermediate and beyond, like intermediate and advanced, basically it's beginning, intermediate, and advanced, that's for you. There's always going to be a session that's for beginners and intermediate and advanced too, but that's something that we've heard some feedback on, that if people are in the intermediate level, it's more efficient to use the time to be in a group of other intermediate people. So
I think that's great. And something that I appreciate is that Tami and the team have been working really hard to help people identify, the majority of people who come to WITS now are intermediate and advanced level creators. We still have a lot of new content creators, and that's awesome. I think the thing that can be tricky sometimes is like grading something based on how advanced it is, because you might be a very experienced creator who knows nothing about sales. So like, is an introductory sales session a beginner level or is it advanced level? And so I think that's always been really tricky. And so I really like how you kind of have this like intermediate plus, and we're just trying to give you some sort of idea so you know what to expect, and also know that if you're like brand new to content creation, that's where Creator 101 is going to come in, and we can talk about that as well too. There's so many things.
I was like, we want to talk about Creator 101 because we changed that. That's beginner boot camp revamp.
Let's talk about Creator 101. Yeah, why not? Let's hop around.
Sure.
So Creator 101 is something that we have also rebuilt. So if you've been to beginner boot camp, this is going to be a little bit different. And it really is, as we were kind of saying, it really is for people who are new to content creation. So if you are just starting out, if you are, building whatever it is that you're building, this is what to come in for. I think an important thing for WITS attendees to know is that this happens concurrently with the media marketplace, and that is intentional. Because if you are starting out in your creator journey, our belief is that you should not be pitching brands yet. That shouldn't be, you should be focusing on you and really making sure that you're building a strong foundation and kind of building your business. So the idea is you're either focused on building the business and figuring out how to be a creator, or you're like in front of brands and doing the media marketplace. And so they do happen at the same time. And so I think that's really important to know. But yeah, Tami, I'm going to take this one because I've been working a lot on it.
You have. Please.
But the way that we're doing Creator 101 this year is very intentional and very directed. So we have some really, really amazing creators: Ashley Westbrook, Jessie Festa, and Jordan Campbell. All of them have been picked to run Creator 101, not just because they're really good at creating content, but also because each of them has created a really successful business from their content. And I think that that's really important, because this session, it's a 4-hour session. It includes lunch. And we're basically breaking down all of the components of how to build a creator career in 2026. So there's 4 or 5 different buckets of content that are going to happen. One is going to be about, figuring out what your brand is and kind of what your focus is and what kind of content you're creating. Another is about like understanding what your business strategy is going to be and where you think you're going to actually be driving revenue and how to set up yourself for success in that way. So really looking at, okay, what are like the 5 main components of building a creator career in 2026? And let's get you the direction that you need in each one of those. So it's going to be very workshop heavy, very hands-on. But the idea is that when you get out of it, you're going to have a really full scope of an understanding of what you need. obviously we can't cover everything and we can't go deep into everything, but I think this will give you like a very well-rounded introduction so that you feel like, you know, the unknowns are now revealed, you know, and you're ready to go. So it's going to be really fun. All of these coaches are working together so they can kind of present like a one cohesive session rather than sort of individual sessions with stuff in between. So yeah, definitely if you haven't been to Creator 101 or if you haven't signed up for it and you're thinking that this might be for you, I would highly recommend that you do it. It's going to be really different and cool this year.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that impacted also the workshop selections because the beginner type sessions are all really in Creator 101. The beginner sessions that are, or the sessions that are for everybody in the workshop, so or like what I was saying about networking, and rather than really skill building, but all of the workshops are accessible. Some of the topics that we looked at, we really, you know, looked at what are the different themes of them, and like the big ones that came out to us that we thought were important in the workshops. It's about building your business, so monetization, working with brands and DMOs, organizing, like how to get more organized to get more done, and video and photography, legal, and storytelling sessions as well. So yeah, I would definitely, another thing we listed in the schedule, in this deep dive of the schedule, in every workshop there's a bullet points of what the takeaways are going to be. So that's a nice way if you want to really look at what you're going to get out of it.
Like that.
Yeah, summarize that, or what's the word I should say for that? Yeah, made that consistent.
Yeah, that's great. And I know when you're talking with our presenters, a lot of what you're saying too is really focus on takeaways, really focus on, is there something you can hand out? Is there something you can give? Is there something that people can walk away saying, I did this? And I like that focus too with the content lab. I know we kind of went over it, but that's something we haven't done before. And I think, you know, this year there are so many tours and so many FAMs that Visit Chattanooga has set up for us, which is great. But as somebody who creates content too, what I know is that there can also be overwhelm, right? Like you go on all these amazing tours, you have all these incredible experiences, then you have an entire conference, then you go home and you nap for like 3 days and you're exhausted. And where's the time to actually create the content? And so what we thought would be neat was, why don't we have a workshop live on site where you can actually start mapping a lot of this out and start building it so that when you go home, it feels less overwhelming. You can actually get that content out and maybe you get some really good ideas in the process.
Yeah. That makes me want to jump to the extended lunch break.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it on Saturday. Yeah, I love that. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this was a week for us. We were like, okay, do we really do this? We have a 2-hour lunch break on Saturday. And it's because Saturday is such a big day. We have the Bessies in the evening. You know, everybody wants time to get ready for the Bessies. It's a really big first full day. So it starts early, but we promise you're rewarded for that, for coming to the opening session Saturday morning. And it's the 2-hour opening session. Then we go into a workshop to the breakouts, and then there's a 2-hour lunch, and then 2 more sessions of workshops. So the 2-hour lunch, what we're doing is you have some different opportunities. For the first time, we're doing basically a lunch around. So we are organizing some small group lunches in restaurants, local restaurants around Chattanooga. So not only is this a chance to get more content and experience Chattanooga and support local businesses, but it's also getting to network with a smaller group really socially. So, and we don't have enough spots for everybody because we also recognize that some people might just really need that time to chill. We could also use that time. We have mentorship sessions, as always. What is different this year? Sorry if I'm jumping into this too fast, but we only have so much time left. The mentor sessions, we've always had mentor sessions with our speakers. They've usually always been in person until last year. They were only virtual. What I'll say about this year is that it's a hybrid, it's both. So we'll have those mentorship sessions up by the end of the month, but you can schedule a mentor session one-on-one either virtually up to 2 weeks before the event or 2 weeks after the event, depending on if the mentor has the time to offer, or organize a in-person mentorship session that you schedule between each other with the mentor and the mentee. And we got plenty of room at the hotel for breakouts, for spaces to talk and meet. Is there anything else you want to say about lunch, Beth?
No, I was just going to say, I was going to reiterate, it is pay your own way, but we're getting discounts. Visit Chat is helping us to find locally owned businesses that are willing to offer discounts, you know, that are hopefully looking, I mean, I would hope that you give them a shout out. We're going to have, the goal is to have a volunteer. It might be a Wanderful hub leader. It might be someone else who's kind of like the mother duck of the group and just kind of like keeping everyone together and making sure that, you know, a lunch for 12 sometimes can go much longer than 2 hours. So this is like, we're going to like try to keep you under, you know, but then also maybe you're like snapping some content. I mean, we really want to support women-owned businesses. Mary, you absolutely can sign up, go into the hub leader group, and you can, there's a little conversation that's happening in there. Yes. Yeah. So I think, you know, we want to help support these businesses. And I think like really engaging meaningfully in the places that we're hosting WITS is really important to us. So this is kind of an opportunity to get you back into the town, you know, walking around Chattanooga and having a breather, or maybe you just want to take a nap, and that's totally fine too.
Exactly. Or you mean Flex and Play Wellness Lounge too. That'll be there.
Yes, that's a good idea. Go to the Wellness Lounge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many things.
So many things.
I know we just have a few more minutes. What else? Is there anything else that you wanted to hit for your highlights?
Yeah, well, Bessie's Saturday night, we have a 45-minute break after the last workshop before the membership meetup. Wonderful member meetup it'll be on the rooftop of the hotel. So that's really the pre-funk before the Bessies. You can get food there too. And then go straight into the Bessies. And then Saturday morning, we are also giving a gift of time in starting the first workshop at 10.
You mean Sunday morning?
No, Sunday morning. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
And the workshop sessions start at 10, but we're going to have the exhibitors will be open at 9, but they close right when brunch happens. So really Sunday morning is a good sort of last chance to do the things. If you haven't met with an exhibitor that you want to meet with, get on it. Sunday morning, it's a good time to get them, because a lot of people sleep in, but we want to give some incentive for getting up. And then the WITS family brunch, we renamed it this year because that's always what it's been. It's been a family brunch, and we're actually serving family style. So we want everybody to sit, fill their tables together. I think we have 8 or 10 people to a table, and we'll serve it family style and with accommodating dietary restrictions. We have a process for that too. Yeah. Any questions, since we only have, it's 11:30?
I know we already blew through that half hour.
Yeah. Oh,
Mary,
good. Oh,
my best comments awesome. On Sunday morning with a destination, because the hall was nearly empty. That is a very true hack. Yeah. I think if you're looking for really good times to meet with exhibitors, Sunday morning is great. During sessions, honestly, I'm not necessarily recommending that you leave sessions, but it is a time that a lot of exhibitors are at their table and they're looking to meet with you. So as the conference progresses, you'll find that it'll get a little bit quieter in the exhibitor area. So it's a great time to have like a little bit of a longer conversation.
Yeah. I didn't even talk about the main stage sessions, which we've really curated some really thoughtful conversations. The main stage sessions are the chance to really get into the deeper conversations about the industry, trends in the industry, where we fit, what are challenges. Like our AI conversation is going to be great. I think we're calling it the AI we want, shaping a more inclusive future for conversation. It'll be a very nuanced conversation rather than like, here's how to use AI. Like, what are the pros and cons, and how do we do it ethically, and how do we think about inclusivity in it as well. I think that's something that's really come up. Also Sunday, the whole life creator, sustainability beyond the screen is one of the main sessions. That's about, you know, the need to feel like we always need to perform or always need to be posting, even when life is hard. And we have a lot of different responsibilities. So that's going to be a conversation about how some folks have managed that, and with some tips on how to have your life be more sustainable while also doing this work.
I love that. I think the main stage is really focusing on some of the broader themes, you know, where the workshops are very hands-on. I think the goal of the main stage is, okay, let's talk about the future of content creation. Let's talk about the future of travel. And so there's kind of a mix of both and the intersection of those. And so I'm also really excited. I think a lot of them are kind of fireside chat, panel style, sort of deeper and broader, right? Like more of a discussion about values, a discussion about where we think the future is going, and then the workshops being a little bit more hands-on. There's a question from Jen that's about when does the media marketplace open? And I believe it's 9:30 on Friday. So from 9:30 to 1:30 is the media marketplace. Oh, and one thing that I love that you added, Tami added a mandatory, what is it, 15-minute, 10-minute break?
Yeah,
there's
10
like
minutes.
a mandatory break in the middle of the media marketplace, which we've never done before.
Hoping it works. The platform makes it work, but we're like, we're gonna have like a break because everybody's like, I need a break to go to the bathroom.
We've had so many people that have in the past been like, I can't use the bathroom, and I'm like, you're an adult, just don't schedule one of the sessions. But it's like, if you have the opportunity to take a meeting, you're gonna take it. So Tami was like, we are having 1 10-minute period with no meetings. You could like just rest your voice or use the bathroom.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for hacks. We also have early registration open. I think it's 3:30 to 5 on Thursday. So if you're coming back from a day tour, get your badge early. So like avoid the crowd on Saturday morning, because Saturday morning is going to be Friday morning, because Friday morning is going to be busy.
Yes. Okay, clarification about when does the media marketplace open for appointment making? I'm just checking our schedule now to see. I believe so. It's later. It's always we always skew it later because we want to make sure that we have as many of our attendees and as many of our exhibitors signed up as possible, so that it's not like right now there's some and then there's like this whole other wave of people that find out later. So there's this balance between getting it as close to WITS as possible while also giving you time. So usually we have everything open about 3 weeks before WITS. That's when we're like, okay, we really get the media marketplace sign up open. I think that is roughly what we're looking at. I think the end of April is when we're getting like all the sponsors onboarded into Yuli, and then the very end is when we're going to open invitations. So you will be notified. I don't want to give you an exact date because like internally it might shift and I don't want to confuse you. But yeah, it's going to be like roughly a month before WITS is when we're going to open up the media marketplace appointment. So you'll have plenty of time to do research and like request. And I think, are we doing it where I think creator invitations sent, appointments sent. Yeah, so like for, I don't know if there's going to be, I'm not going to say anything out loud. Yes, a month before. You still have time.
And we also have the lab. The lab is our...
Oh my gosh, in the lab. So many other things to talk about. The lab will be another time. I know we're hitting the end of our time.
The mini exhibitors.
I mean, as you can all see, there's so many good new things that are coming. Hopefully what you're going to see is like this renewed intention to making good connections, having you walk away with tangible assets, giving you a chance to meet new people and not kind of like stay in the same bubble of the same people, of course, and like having plenty of time to catch up with all your besties too. So we're very excited. If you don't have your WITS ticket yet, get it before it's too late. I know the applications are open for our tours. And sorry, signups are open for tours. Applications are open for fams. Those are ready to go. The tours are first come, first serve. I know some of them have already sold out. They're free, right? So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, make sure you do, because you can't sign up for a tour without a WITS ticket. And if you have signed up, then we'll see you at WITS. We can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So more things coming. Oh, Jolie must know. Can you apply for a FAM if you don't have a media kit? You can always apply. Yeah. There are specific questions. I think there is. Is there a media kit upload in the application? I think there is.
There is, but there's you can fill out other information.
Okay, yeah. So you can, and check out, the application is the same for all of the FAMs. It's exactly the same Google form, and then it asks you to just click which FAMs you're interested in applying for. So you can even apply for like more than one. And then you just get selected for one. So yeah, so you can always apply. I mean, they are making like a decision, right, based on that. So if you don't have the media kit, you should have other good information that makes you a compelling candidate for a FAM. Or maybe just make one really quick. But no, in theory, you don't have to have anything. You just need to meet the, like expectations of the destination. Tammy's a really good point too. For those of you, one thing that is new this year is the state of Tennessee. There's a lot of really cool cities in Tennessee that are all working together on some of these FAMs. So there are quite a few FAMs this year. So just make a note that like Memphis, for example, the FAM, if it's a pre-FAM, it actually starts in Memphis. Like you should be buying your flight to Memphis, not to Chattanooga. Then the FAM is going to start. Then they're going to take you to Chattanooga at the end of the FAM. But like that, and the same with the post tours, like some of them, it's like they leave from Chattanooga, right? Because that's where you are. But then you're going to fly out of whatever that city is. So just kind of keeping that in mind. It's not going to be like a round trip to Chattanooga if it's in like a very different place with a different airport, because, save yourself the time. Is there a live about the FAM trips? No, there isn't, because the period of time to apply is so short. I think applications for those close on March 6th, right? Which is in a week.
Sure.
So we could definitely look into one for the tours. We could kind of potentially talk about that with Visit Chattanooga. I think they would like that. But for the FAMs, no. Really good questions, everyone. We're like, we've gone so far over. I love it. I can't wait to see you all on site. Stay tuned. We have some more dives about what's happening, but I hope this has been helpful. It's giving you some good ideas, and it's gotten you excited. And Tami, thanks for joining us. I know you were like, but what do you want me to talk about? And I was like, so many things. So many things. We're gonna have fun. Yeah. Everyone else, have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye. Bye for now.